So before this video begins, spoilers, like huge spoilers. Like I'm going to be talking every little detail possible for Dead Space 2. If you have not played Dead Space 1 or 2, I do not suggest watching this video. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is the final chapter because that's like fresh in my brain and I want to talk about it. So Nicole, she basically was like, "Oh, Isaac, believe me, I'm good. Go stop the marker, blah blah blah." So basically, you're getting chased by, the second version of a regenerative monster or whatever. This guy was really annoying to me because he kept chasing you like the first one, but he just like got up way faster than the other one. So I kept having to, shoot him in the legs, shoot him in the arm, and run, run, run. It was really cool. But then I just want to talk about this part. You get to the top by where the marker is, and you find Director Tiedemann. Now, Tiedemann's face is all like half baked. I'm assuming he got like way too close to the marker and it burned him or something, because of the whole whatever resurgence or whatever it was called. Basically, he's like, "I'm gonna kill you, you piece of trash," and shoots me with literally like a harpoon through the shoulder and then like through the other shoulder or something like that, and then try to shoot me in the head. And of course, now you gotta like mash the X button in a quick time event, and you finally you stab one right through his lungs, and then you go behind him, and then you actually have to manually do it yourself. You shoot him in the head, and that to me, Director Tiedemann, while I did like Nicole better as a villain in the first game, like Nicole betraying you was, I mean, easy to tell. I mean, come on. But like the whole Kendra betraying you, she was a really good villain in the first game. But Director Tiedemann like kind of cranked it up just a tiny bit, because Director Tiedemann has been a pain in my butt the entire game, and everyone knows that. He is just hands down just annoying to deal with. And I was so sick and tired of dealing with this dude until I finally got to shoot him in the head. That was like the most satisfying video game death I've had in a long time. I think the last time I felt that way about someone dying in a video game, which this sounds really bad, would probably be Bioshock Infinite. So yeah. So yeah, you kill Director Tiedemann, and then Nicole's like, "Oh, come on, Isaac, I'm all ghost-like now. Time to go do the marker. Ha ha ha. Psych, I'm gonna kill you." And then she like cut like your eye. You go inside your eye and your brain, and then you have this giant vortex like tornado thing. And the final boss is so insane compared to the first game. The first game with the hive mind, that was cool, but the hive mind had nothing on Nicole. Nicole, she slapped with that boss fight. That was so intense and so insane, and I'm still trying to comprehend it. Like, it's still insane to me. So basically, you have to run from the babies, not the exploding ones, the children necromorphs. So you gotta run from them and shoot them up. They all like vaporize and stuff. Nicole's like screaming in her loud, like robotic scream that she's had all game, which is really annoying to me. And then she's like, "Make us whole." And then, well, before the whole boss fight starts, Isaac with the whole line of, "F you and F your marker." That line is so good, and I love it. the boss fight is so insane, and I was running and I accidentally ran out of plasma cutter ammo, and I ran out of I ran out of ammo on a couple of guns. So I was like running and running and running, and she caught me, and I kind of like harpooned myself. That was not fun. But the boss fight was so insane because it's like you gotta fight Nicole, she vaporizes and screams. Then you gotta shoot this like what I'm assuming is like the nest or the core of the marker, which you have to blow that part up, then rinse and repeat like 3 times. And also the fact that the marker now is like 10 stories tall. What? It's so huge. It's insane like how tall this marker was compared to the now what I thought was huge baby sized marker of the first game. It just is so insane. So you defeat that, you defeat Nicole, she vaporizes, she's like, no, blah blah blah, Isaac, you were supposed to make us whole, and then she dies. Thank God. I hated dealing with her the entire game. As much as she was a cool, like, little, like, remember me, kind of thing, like, it was cool, but it was also really annoying to me at the same time. The other thing, too, is the fact that you finish the boss fight and the whole place is about to blow up, and Isaac's just sitting there, like, just, like, comprehending life, and just, like, what the actual heck just happened here? And that right there is like my reaction to this entire game. I was just like, what the heck did I just play? That was amazing. And then you get done. What's her face? I played the game and I can't even remember her name right now. Anyways, you get rescued, and then you look over and you think Nicole's gonna jump scare you again like she did in the first game, which I was sitting there, I was like, no, 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 not a second time. Don't do that to me. And thankfully they didn't. And the game ended, and there was an after credit scene with this guy. One of the EarthGov like cleanup crews were like, "Oh, sir, the entire sprawl is gone. The entire place is gone. It all vanished. Well, what about the marker? Well, it's destroyed too. Nothing's left. Oh, well, that sucks." And then he's like, "Well, basically, tell the other marker, like places, like the places that have markers, I guess now. So like, there's an entire like little like areas that have markers." He's like, "Well, tell those ones, better start cleaning up, and you better start making sure that yours is okay." So I'm assuming that's gonna be the boss of Dead Space 3. This entire game was just fantastic. I loved it. I'm gonna be completely honest here. I'm going to give Dead Space 2 a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10. I can't even decide right now. Because this game, maybe if I look back with time, maybe I'll like lower the score. But for today, it's getting like a 9.5 out of 10. This game was just fantastic. This game, the combat, so fluid. Everything about the combat felt amazing in this game. The stomp was so stupidly overpowered in this game. The first game, it's slow, it's heavy, it's annoying. It's good to break boxes with, but that's about it. This game, it's like stomp, 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 stomp. It was always fun. It was fun destroying Necromorphs with the stomp. The whole idea now that you can shoot out the glass and then like you can shoot the red little triangle thing or whatever, where it will stop you from getting sucked out of the into the vacuum of space. That's cool. The fact that also the whole eyeball scene. I'm sorry, like I said, this whole video is just gonna be a ramble. The eyeball scene, that grosses me out. I'm still thinking about it, and it still is. Oh, it's just gross. Like the whole fact that like sit there and his eyeballs like moving all over the place, and then you gotta put the needle right in his eye. It's like, oh. And then I failed it the first time. I went, like, ah! Like, this entire game was just chug full of, like, gross things, and it was awesome. Definitely isn't as scary as the first game, but like everyone I've seen on YouTube reviews for this game is like watching Aliens, like James Cameron's Aliens. It's not like Alien where it's super, super scary and oh my god. It's like, it's still scary, but it's like chug full of action. And you can tell that all the money went into this game, like for everything. The weapons, the explosions, the fact that literally this game made me feel like I was playing a Michael Bay game, and not in a bad way, like in a really good way. Everything about this game, it was just like, it was like nutbuster, if you want to say. Everything, the audio logs, like I said, the audio logs, they were really cool this time because they give you like the last two chapters. They kind of give you pieces of the cleanup crew and the crew working on the marker, like just telling you like audio diaries, like, okay, this is what happened this day. Oh, we just realized. That's alien, and oh, we haven't had any control on it. We're dumb. Like the whole regenerative monster scene with him chasing you throughout the place, and then you have that one room where the guy's dead on the floor, and well, not on the floor, but he's like on this bed thing, and you have to pick him up and you have to scan him by the computer so the thing will unlock the door. That is so cool, and also stressful. The entire game is stressful. The subway scene, that was stressful. The Halo jump, oh my god, was that such a cool scene? Like you flying around like ships and like literal like flying through chunks of the spaceship and everything. So cool, so freaking cool. And then just to put the topping, the icing on the cake, to put the cherry on top of this masterpiece of a game, they brought back the USG Ishimura for Chapter 10. And oh my god, was it so fun! That entire place was so fun to go back to. It was so cool because it's like, I know like the rooms. I'm like, oh wow, whoa, that's what happened to this, and whoa, that's the cleanup crew, and whoa, like it's all cool. It was such an insane game, and I'm so happy that I put up posts on Instagram, like kind of like a video diary of like my reactions every once in a while to specific moments in the game. And that to me was really cool. This entire game was fantastic from top to bottom, from chapter 1 with the whole scene of you in the mental hospital breaking out, well, not in the mental hospital, but whatever, you in the hospital breaking out, that one guy helping you, and then just getting his face like all destroyed and like crumbling apart because of the necromorphs and stuff. That was super cool. The entire hospital chase scene. Strauss. We need to talk about Strauss. Strauss was such a whack job, dude. Step 3, put the needle in the eye, or whatever. Step, like, he kept repeating the steps. And the one that really got me, like, saying there, like, this guy's definitely a whack job, is the scene where he's like, oh, mommy and Kara, or whatever her name is. Yeah, Kara. I think so. I don't remember. I played this game. Like, I just don't remember her name right now. She's like, oh, Isaac, we need you to go here. But, this guy's a whack job. Listen to him. Oh, mommy and daddy love you, but daddy's not a murderer. I'm like, the heck? What? Like, whack job. Absolute whack job. The final part with Strauss, it sucks that I had to kill him. And the final like audio diary that you got from him, where he's like, if you're getting this message, I want to let you guys, I want to let my wife know, and telling his wife and stuff, I love you, blah blah blah, but all this stuff is happening, and you're so mad, you're so mean to me, you're so mad, and it's like so heartbreaking because this guy was just some normal scientist, and then he was on the cleanup crew from Downfall, and then he just got his brain obliterated, and like the whole marker and everything. This entire game was insane. Um, if I had to pick a favorite chapter, it'd probably be chapter 10 for sure. It was amazing. It was fun. Least favorite chapter, oh, I don't know. Like chapter, personally for now, I'm trying to remember all the chapters really well. But personally, I'm probably gonna say chapter 13 with the whole mining ship mission. That was just not fun. I almost died, but thankfully I had enough ammo and stuff. It was not really fun, and it was kind of a boring mission. It was just like, it felt like a really generic, like, third person shooter kind of scene where it's like hordes of enemies are coming onto the ship, and you just gotta keep destroying them. And it was just a bloodbath, and it's like, I felt nothing during it. It was like, I felt like no, like, wow, this game, like, wow, that was so fun or anything. I was just like, ugh, are we done yet with the scene? But thankfully, it led into chapter 14 perfectly. Speaking of like the chapters and stuff, the transitions. Oh my god, were the transitions cool. I didn't even realized there was like one time I played through like 4 chapters and I didn't even realized I went through 4 chapters. The game just transitions like that. It's so nice. It isn't like Dead Space 1 where it's like you walk up to the train, you get off the train, you do your couple things on the ship, you go back to the tram and you hop on the tram and you go to the next chapter and you get to go see a long loading screen. Not very fun. This, it was like boom, just transition, transition, transition. It felt like, I know it isn't, but it felt like a PS5 game for a second there. Not as cool as like Ratchet and Clank, where they hop through the portals and stuff for loading screens. That's cool. This, it was just like a effortless transition. I remember Uncharted did that also in the first one, and that was pretty cool. I haven't played any of the other ones, but really fun game, extremely good, and I would highly recommend this game. If you have played the first one and you really enjoyed it, but you're like, I'm kind of unsure if I want to play the second one, play the second one. Um, Second one to me outbeats the first one. Second one's here. The first one's like right here. They're both amazing games, and neither of these games are terrible at all. The first game is a lot scarier, and I've almost peed my pants a couple times from this game. This game is just mindless fun, and it is scary sometimes too. The daycare included. But the whole sprawl was really cool. The whole like audio diaries with EarthGov and everything, and like the whole church, going through the church on chapter 4 or 5 or whatever with the Church of Unitology. That was pretty cool. The whole like chapter 2 with the whole chick in the beginning, like, oh, I hope you you find it cute. Betrayal. She was stupid and annoying, and I hated her. But honestly, other than that, this game is fantastic. I want to make a legit like review on this game. This is just me rambling, uh, and in a good way. I'm so happy that I beat this game today because I was like thinking, oh, I'll just beat it in the next couple days. No, I grinded through that and it was so worth it. It was so worth it. And I when I have time, I'm gonna hop into Dead Space 3, the finale. I'm gonna hop into it. I'm gonna see what I like, if I like this game, if I hate this. I've heard all the bad stuff about this one. I've heard, about the microtransactions. I've heard about the whole like it's not that scary, that it's a generic third person shooter, that they just EA kind of cashed in and tried to be as generic as possible. There's a lot on the line for me with this game, because if this series ends with, like, started with such an amazing game and had a fantastic sequel that like outdid everything, and you just ended with a turd, whatever, that's fine, I guess. But I'm nervous, excited, and worried about this game. Um, and I'm going to be definitely playing this by myself, not on stream. But after that, I'm probably going to be playing for the Wii, Dead Space Extraction, the prequel, so I can go see Nicole go die and stuff. That's cool. Anyways, enough rambling. I've ranted for almost 20 minutes. I need to stop. With that said, thank you for watching this rant slash review and stuff. This game was so good. I just needed to make a video on it, and I did. So thank you for watching, everyone. And I promise normal content will be back soon. I also have a couple Dead Space topics I want to talk about, so I might make some like Dead Space content on the side that isn't Dead Shock Studios videos, like this one. And yeah, I will see you all in the next video. Peace.